Hi, and welcome to the webinar, Exploring the Power of Connected TV Advertising for Credit Unions. My name is Alex Smith. I'm the Chief Strategy Officer, co-founder here at Triad CTV. And today with me, I have James Karanasios. Hello, James.
Hey, Alex, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm going to have a informative session today. We're going to keep it to 20 minutes, get through. Really want to talk about what is connected TV. We're going to start at the top, what connected TV is, what it isn't, what programming apps, how you can reach your target customers and consumers in their homes, large format, and kind of lift a lot of the mystique around connected TV, because there's a lot of acronyms and words around that. We want to address that. Then we're also going to dive into more specifically our credit union solutions with Credit Union CTV, some really neat programs around that a little more prescriptive to your industries and your organizations when we talk about growing your assets, when we talk about growing your memberships, new locations, things like that. So with that, I would like to open up and give you a little bit of high level on Triad CTV. Let me share my screen here. So Triad CTV, we're based in Indianapolis, downtown Indianapolis. We serve credit unions across the country, from East Coast to West Coast. James leads that initiative, and like I said, he'll be walking through those solutions here coming up momentarily. But as an organization, we are a connected TV advertising platform focused on audience-first ad targeting. So everything we talk about today is who are you going to build an audience, who are your buyers, who are your consumers and prospects that you want to be in front of with your messaging. And everything that we talk about is audience-centric and focused on that. We also believe at Triad that connected TV and television ads in general are the single most effective form of communication to reach your intended audience with unskippable 15, 30-second ads to tell your brand story, promote your products and rates, expand membership, whatever it is your business initiatives are. We have programs and audiences that we can help curate and build around that. With that belief, we also believe that success doesn't happen to us as an organization or individuals or to our clients. It just doesn't happen. It happens because of us. Success does not happen to us, it happens because of us. And we take that wholeheartedly when we approach relationships with our clients and when we build our product solutions out. We're very intentional and highly involved to make sure that we are communicating and educating on the medium, but also highly involved in your programs to ensure success, which has really been the driving factor behind organizing Credit Union CTV. With that, let's talk about CTV specifically. So CTV specifically is going to be any large format connected TV device that is through a smart TV, could be a Fire Stick, it could be your Apple TV, a Roku, right? It's anything that's connected to the internet is connected TV. We've all heard terms like OTT or MVPD, right? There's a lot of acronyms that float around the industry. But really all that it means is that the device or the television that you're watching is connected to the internet, which then allows us to access those ads that they watch wherever they're streaming and watching television through that large format device. And again, when I say large format, we're talking about the large format television that's in your living room. Most houses have multiple of them in the living room, maybe one in a den or a bedroom, basement, that sort of thing. And we have access to those not only just through those devices, but also through set-top boxes, which would be your cable box, your DirecTV Dish Network box. Those are all now connected to the internet, which provides us access into that. So there's a huge opportunity for access. In fact, the latest statistics right now, 85% of all homes in the U.S. are addressable by connected TV. That's 85% of homes in the U.S. Doesn't matter on the market or the geographical location. That is consistent across the board. And 51% of all television consumption is now consumed through connected TV. So there's a huge opportunity, reach, access is all in line. Now it really comes down to building that audience and getting your ads in front of the right people at the right time. So let's talk about traditional versus connected TV. We'll spend a real high level on this because many of you as credit unions may have been doing or are doing some television advertising. So we call that linear, which is your cable or your broadcast buy. That's going to be more blanket, right? You're just saying, hey, this entire market, James, for instance, is in the Boston market. It wouldn't make sense in all cases for a credit union to, if you have, let's say, 6 or 7 locations in the Boston market on the south side, or 1 or 2 locations, or maybe you serve multiple markets in the Northeast, for James to, in Boston to buy a major market placement to reach 7 million people, right? When what you really want to do is target one-to-one to the individuals that you want to be in front of and get specifically in front of those versus the blanket. We'll talk about that a little bit more in audience targeting as we move forward here. Inventory. So we're also talking about the connected TV inventory is not just when they're watching a Hulu, right? Or in Paramount Plus or HBO Max. It is, we have access to all connected TV ad inventory, which includes live TV, sports, and news to those devices. So what we do is we watch that audience, and wherever they stream, if they pull up the Roku app, we're going to get them. If they pull up the Paramount Plus app, if they're watching live TV on YouTube TV, or they're watching live TV on Hulu Live, we're watching them as an individual, and we serve ad in real time only to the audience members that you've approved that you want to be in front of. So that is really the way we approach inventory and what CTV is in terms of the language we're using and the devices that we're talking about. When we get into some of the benefits, obviously I talked a little bit about that, but 100% viewable. It is the exact same television ad experience that has been the #1 form of ad communication for the last 75 years, right? It's really no different. The only thing that's changed is how you access that inventory and your capability and ability to target specific audience members. So let's talk about targeting. There are 3 primary ways that we target on connected TV when we're building audience. It's first-party data. So that would be lists of individuals that you have, either that are current customers, prospective customers, people that have shown interest in a loan product or anything that you might have like that. You could provide that. We could target it one-to-one and just serve the individuals on that list. Second way is through third-party data targeting. This is all, we have over 300 third-party data providers that we can hand curate very specific target audiences based on online behavior, age, credit score, home ownership, income, net worth. We can slice it and dice it a dozen different ways to meet your target audience needs. That's where we get into credit union CTV. James, again, here in a few minutes is going to get deeper into that and the programs that we've developed specifically for credit unions. And then finally is geo-targeting. So all of that information combined, we can limit and directly serve to any restriction as far as a geo-targeting standpoint. So if you're just looking to do, a 10-mile radius around a branch location, if you're trying to do just a county, right? When we start talking about membership qualifications or a state or multiple counties, we can draw those lines and only serve those ads to the individuals that qualify and live within that geo-target area. With that, that's kind of high level. That's who we are as Triad CTV and what connected TV is and how we approach it from an audience first perspective. So now let's get a little bit more specific and prescriptive to your business, which is credit unions and credit union CTV. James, tell us a little bit about credit union CTV and what we've put together. James leads our credit union CTV initiative nationwide. He's our national accounts manager. So he not only works with us on the product side, bringing back what's working from the field, working with our credit union partners and advertisers, but he's also the one that's working directly with our credit union partners to build these programs and execute on them. So James, tell us a little bit more about connected credit union CTV.
Yeah, thanks, Alex. So the credit union CTV is a solution that was really built through years of experience working with credit unions and pulling together all of the top performing CTV campaigns, and drawing those insights to be able to put together very specific custom tailored programs for credit unions, right? So, and we're continuing to grow the number of credit unions that we work with, so the learnings are always there, and being able to apply that information and on some levels be prescriptive and utilize best practices around specific audiences that we're looking to target. While with others, it's maybe more about brand awareness and even getting down into the fun part of marketing, which is where you're working with me directly, and being able to put together these very custom curated audiences based on the specific goals of the credit union in that area, that local locality, that region as well. And some of the
Excellent. Yeah,
ways,
so it's all about that process, right? Yep.
yeah, and really, so people go to credit unions because it's personalized customer experience, right? You go, it's local, it's trusted, it's the community. That's the same type of relationship that we're building with our credit union clients, right? So, when we're working with, VPs of marketing, digital marketing managers, directors of marketing at credit unions, right? It's not a one size fits all. For a credit union that's relatively liquid, they're going to be looking more at, hey, you know what? We have a lot of products and services, loans, mortgages, HELOCs, things like that we want to be getting out to the community, making them aware of these low rates, and taking advantage of that. For others, it's all about growing deposits, right? It's all about making sure that there's that awareness of certificates of deposit that might have high interest rates savings accounts, checking accounts, things like that as well. So I work together specifically with those marketers to put together those programs based on what they're trying to accomplish. And we get I love it, right? We get very into the weeds with how can we target, lots of questions asked, but at the end of the day, it's all about making a very cost-effective and cost-efficient program that's going to work best for that credit union, whether the plan is quarterly, maybe it's an annual plan. I work with a number of credit unions who have annual budgets and say, you know what, we know exactly what we want to target, and we're going to do it on a monthly basis as far as how much we're able to invest on a budget side of things, and we're going to take it from there and go by seasonality. So there's a large number of ways that you can put together those programs, but again, they're going to be personalized to that credit union and what's going to work best for them.
Yeah, and one thing that I've noticed in many cases is there's a little bit of fear resistance, right? Depending on who we're talking to, either CTV is completely new to them, or they might be using it as a credit union, but not very efficiently, and they want to get better at that, and they want to get more targeted with it, right? So their return on ad spend is clear, and they're reaching a better audience. But many are doing linear buys. That's your broadcast and your cable placements, and it's really inefficient, but they believe in the power of television. And so now CTV becomes just that much more targeted, right? To take those same dollars and 2-3x the targetability on that audience. And then the conversation then becomes, what credit union CTV has allowed us to do is take all of those learnings, as you said, from the field and success programs. You're working directly with them to understand their initiatives. And now that learning gap is gone. So we're not just saying, hey, here's a platform, Mr. or Mrs. Credit Union Marketer, good luck, and you're taking 6, 8, 10 months to try to figure this out,
right.
Make mistakes along the way. No, you're coming in and saying, what are you trying to accomplish? Great. Let me show you 3 audiences and 4 different programs and approaches that we have proven have worked. Here's been the results. And then we can get you started right out of the gate, producing and being effective. So that's excellent.
And and to kind of get into that next level of, what are some of those strategies, right? So just a quick story. I mean, I was working with one of my credit union advertisers, the VP of marketing there. We reviewed their personal checking account flight that they did, right? Pulled all sorts of different insights. And within that, because we've done it a couple times now, is, okay, what are the learnings? How can we get better? How can we expand audience appropriately? What types of things can we use to be better targeted? What are the ways that we can make our creative a little bit better from just best practices and creative on CTV and things like that? So it's being able to apply that knowledge, not only from the onset of a campaign, but with every campaign that is finished, right, we walk through, we recap, we talk about ways that we could potentially improve. Maybe there's things that we don't need to do at all, right? Let's just let it run. It's really doing a great job of optimizing audience and spend and being very cost effective. So within that, right, there's a number of different ways and strategies that you can employ, whether it's from more of a community outreach and engagement, just purely about a new branch location, letting people know if they qualify for their membership, right? Because there's some that have membership qualifications, things like that. Where there's others where it's more in market, right? We have great rates for auto loans or great rates for home loans. We want to be able to let the community know that these are available. Come talk to us. We're trusted. You're going to get that personalized experience. And so that one-to-one communication at that level of targeting just makes it so impactful, not only from the credit union side, where yes, you're trying to get people to come in and bank with you and finance with you, but you're also being a lending hand to the community, which is an extremely important part of any credit union, no matter where they're located.
Yeah, that membership you mentioned, and figuring out what that membership charter is, and talking to each credit union that we work with, and that's the big qualifier, right? If they don't qualify to be a member, then you don't need to spend $1 on them, right? So talk a little bit about how we not only can target for membership, talk about that, but also when we do target an in-market auto loan shopper or somebody for a deposit product, it's also put through the lens and pre-qualified through membership qualifications.
Yeah, I think the way that you said it is it's pre-qualifying, right, on a number of different levels. So if there are specific membership requirements, right, if someone was active in the military or you have family members of those who are in the military, maybe it's being part of a specific corporate co-op group, even down to we only reach out to individuals who are attending university or an alumni of a certain university or universities as well. So right, it's putting those pre-qualifiers in place to say, okay, we know that who we're reaching is going to qualify and be able to be a member of our credit union. And likewise, on a number of different products, it's also from the credit side, right? Making sure that we are getting in front of individuals who have good, great, excellent credit, because we want to make sure that they qualify, for those loans if they're reaching out and trying to get more information.
Excellent. Well, with that, James, we are coming up on 20 minutes. We let you know, take 20 minutes, want to respect your time, and hopefully we got through some good information. Again, in recap, what Triad CTV is, who we're all about, the focus of what CTV is, and all the words and language. CTV is all inclusive from our point of view and how we talk about it, access to all inventory. It all comes down to audience first targeting. The credit union CTV program that we have, curated programs that are specific and proven successful in the industry, specifically with our clients across the country, that we can then put you in those programs. It's not cookie cutter in the sense of one size fits all, but we take those learnings and can quickly turn that around once we know your business objectives and goals of your credit union. As you're reviewing this, and depending on where you're at in the stage, if you're a current television advertiser, if you're not a current television advertiser, if you're a single location branch, or maybe you're there's no locations, but again, like James says, you are a credit union membership that works with employees of a certain company. Whatever the scenario is, we have some solutions for it, and budgets can start small and go all the way to national programs. So there's really no point in which is a disqualifier to get something going and rolling that's effective. If you're reviewing programs in CTV, if you'd like to learn more from us and what we have in our programs that are available, I would encourage you to reach out to us to learn more. On our website, we have a lot more content and information. So it's just triadctv.com. If you go to the industries tab, credit union is listed right at the top, CTV. There's some more content, a video we did a few weeks back here on some more specific details on strategy. Contact form to get in touch with James. We'll also be reaching out via email to make him available. And there's, of course, more information here that you can kind of dive into and learn more. And we look forward to your questions, and best of luck. Thanks so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, James.